Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Ainur Zulaika and I would like to talk about the introduction of the title given for our group, which is Geological Settings of Kinta Valley. Okay, the first thing is Kinta Valley is located in the middle of the Perak state. It is elongates in the north-south direction. This valley is bounded to the west by the Kedah Range and to the east by the main range. It is believed that the limestone hills are outcropping in the valley. All of these rocks are mainly from Silurian to Permian period of time, which is about 443 million years ago to 298.9 million years ago. The first place we have been is Cape Lupton Cave. The longitude of the Cape Lupton Cave is 101.129370 to the east, and the latitude is 4.557517 to the north. Cape Lupton Cave is the capital of Perak States in the West Malaysia. It is the northern part of the Gunung Rapat. It is also situated on the southeast of Ipoh town. The second place we have been is Tambun. Tambun's longitude is 101.145760 to the east, and the latitude of Tambun is 4.605400 to the north. The topography is a state of Perak, which is in the northern part of the Peninsular Malaysia. It is in the middle of the Kinta Valley, on the bank of Kinta River and the confluence of the smaller rivers, which is Sungai Pinji and Sungai Piri. The city is surrounded by the limestone hills, which can be found around suburban areas to the northeast, east and the southeast.
Hello, I am Haidar Amma and today I will be discussing about the age of Kinta Valley. The Kinta Valley is one of the best places to go as a geologist, as it has various types of rocks and geological structures that we can describe and observe. As a geologist or geologist to be, we should know the history of how the valley formed and how long has it been around. The Kinta Valley that we see at the present is the result of a series of geological processes that started around 400 million years ago, or even earlier. This proves that the formation of Kinta Valley has started a long time ago. Another interesting fact is that Kinta Valley is one of the oldest rock formation area that is flanked to the east by the main range and to the west by the Kedah Range. So, to reconstruct the geological history of Kinta Valley, field mapping was carried out and also other unconventional methods such as satellite imagery and drainage anomalies were employed. With the technology that we have now, we can use every resource available to estimate the age of Kinta Valley. As we can see from the satellite imagery, we now can know or study how Kinta Valley is formed. The geological history of this valley is the product of many episodes of geological processes. So, in a way, everything started during Devonian, which is around 400 to 360 million years ago, followed by many other processes which includes both deposition and structural deformation. The results that we can see is the Kinta Valley as it is today.
Hello, my name is Brittany Suzy John and I will present about the lithology of Cape Lupton Cave and Tambun. Lithology is the study of general physical characteristics of rocks. So in Cape Lupton Cave and Tambun, it is mainly made up of limestone. Limestone is a sedimentary rock which composed primarily of calcium carbonate. At this place, we can find a rock which contains calcite, dolomite, and hematite. The color of hematite is red In real life, we see the color of hematite is black, but to know whether it's hematite or not, we need to scratch it, and then we see the color of the streak or the powder form, which is brown or red, brown to red. And then for the calcite, it is white. It reacts with acid, so it's easy for us to determine whether it is calcite or not. But for the dolomite, we need to, when we pour some acid, it won't react vigorously, but when we scratch it, it will produce in powder form, which will increase the surface area. And then when we pour some acid, it will produce some bubbles. Actually,
Surface?
dolomite.
There is small one.
Dolomite.
But it's not. But here,
Produce some bubbles. Actually, dolomite also contains calcite, and for this rock, the parent rock is limestone. Limestone is the main lithology at Kinta Valley, which includes the Keklukton Cave and Tambun.
Hello, my name is Alban, and I will be talking about the sedimentary structures that can be seen around Cape Lutton Cave. As we walk around the outskirts of the cave, we can see some slump structures that is caused when a loose body of mass moves on a concave upward slope. Another sedimentary structure that can be seen are notch marks. Notch marks. On the surface of the rocks, there are dark areas which are notch marks. The notch marks may conclude that there was water at the darkened surface. When we move into the cave, there are other structures that can be seen on the ceiling and the walls of the cave. There are abundance of scallops. Scallops are dish-shaped depressions formed by the water flowing and getting into contact with soluble materials. As the soluble materials become dissolved, scallops are formed. Stalactites can be seen hanging from the ceiling of the cave, and stalagmites are growing from the cave floor. Stalactites are pointy formations on ceiling caves produced by precipitation of minerals from water dripping through the cave ceiling, while stalagmites are upward growing structures of mineral deposits that have precipitated from water dripping onto the cave floor. Usually, stalactites have sharp and needle-like shape, and stalagmites have rounded or flattened tips. In some part of the cave, brimstone dams are present. This structure forms when the cave pools overflow, and calcite is then deposited at the edges, forming fragile vertical walls.
Hi, my name is Belinda. As for my part, I will be talking about the sedimentary structures observed at the Lost World of Tambun. First, as we arrived to Tambun, we had to travel some distance to reach our first stop. Upon arriving at our study area, we observed the walls of rock that shows dominant sedimentary structures such as horizontal and vertical beddings. At our first location, there were combinations of horizontal, oblique, and vertical beddings. Another sedimentary structure that was found were the tree belt structures, seen on the rock, collided with each other due to compression. The compression has caused the strata to be folded, thus showing the belt structure. In addition to that, there were limestone that is observed to have needle-like structure and has the closed fold structure as well. At our second stop, we noticed there were siliclastic rocks that has a shower structure and vertical beddings. A notch mark was also seen on the siliclastic rock. Notch mark may conclude that there were water flowing at the darkened surface, and that area are assumed to contain organic matter. The sedimentary structure observed allows the relics of light to be seen. Continuing to the next location, the upper part of the rock consists notch hole, and this proved that this structure has a drainage system, which is also known as paleochannel, and these structures were uplifted. Notch hole will form as the cliff under the cut by erosive power of waves through the process of hydraulic action and corrosion. Eventually, the cliff becomes unsupported and collapses into the sea. The cliff retreats and leaves behind a wave-cut platform, which is visible at low tide. Thus, Notch hole may conclude that there were water at the surface of the rock.
My name is Kinta and I'm going to conclude for the geological settings in Kinta Valley. Kinta Valley is located in the middle of Perak State. As we know, in Perak we have a lot of limestone hills. Kinta Valley rocks are mostly from Silurian to Permian, which are around 400 million years ago. We already went to two locations, which are Cat Lutun Cave and Lost World of Tambun in Ipoh. We observed that both lithologies are mainly made by dolomites and limestones, which limestone will react to acids and it forms bubbles. And then for the sediment structure at Cat Lutun Cave, there were abundance of scallops that looks like an ice cream scoop. Then there are the speleothems, the stalactites that hanging downward on this cave ceiling, which are sharp and needle-like shape, while the stalagmites that grow upwards in the cave are rounded and flattened tips. While for the sediment structure at the Lost World of Tambun in Ipoh, we also observe that it is mainly vertical and horizontal beddings. There we also can see that the fractures are due to cementation and compaction that made it brittle. Both locations share the same diagenetic process, such as compaction and dissolution. That's all. Thank you from all of us.